You're pretty when I'm drunk.
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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Hey guys, Thursday, with the whole New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, it's kind of like Monday, tomorrow is Friday. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way it should always be. I was just watching Paul over at BandEBrewReviews. He's about to do another homebrew, and unlike a pumpkin ale, he's actually making a batch in a pumpkin. So that should be interesting. Which is weird because he's not really a fan of pumpkin. Okay, what are we looking at today? We're looking at GUBNA Imperial IPA from Oskar Blues Brewing. They're out of Colorado. This one's a biggie. It's 10% by volume. And I have now had 3 of these. Not today. I don't know if I would be here, but it would be obvious. Once again, in a can. Well, I can tell you that no sunlight is getting to the beer to destroy it, but I just have this thing about beer and being in a bottle. Due to the alcohol, we probably can go crazy with this one. Look at that. A lot of good carbonation going on in there, and this is not in a flavor enhancing glass, so this one is completely on its own. Got some good lofty head. A lot of citrus notes. A little almost like a subtle pineapple smell to it. I did let this warm up just a little bit because with that alcohol content and all the flavors in there, I noticed that it kind of picks up on the flavor just a little bit as it warms up, and I didn't really notice much of a difference between the alcohol, you know, the booziness being really cold versus warmed up just a little bit. As it gets too warm, then I notice too much of it, and you know, I don't really like warm beer to start with, so it's probably just my brain filling in the blanks for all the reasons not to drink warm beer. So, cheers. That is, you know, it's got a very heavy mouthfeel to it. You get that citrus up front, and this one kind of leans more on the pine side of it, but it has a little bit of kind of a noticeable, almost like pineapple like sweetness to it. I do notice the alcohol kind of just rams right into the back of your throat, letting you know that there is some action going on there. I'll let you work with that yourself. There's plenty of things I could have said right there, but yeah, this is got a lot of flavor going on. Right behind that citrus, it's kind of a pretty dominant, almost like a floral area there. And that kind of gives away, again, noticing the alcohol in there. That kind of gives away to almost like a caramel bread sweetness to it. I kind of put this one in the something you'd want to like, and I probably will if I can continue to keep getting these, to do side by side with Bell's Hop Slam. That's another, big 10%er, and you get a lot of that honey sweetness. Oh, the nectar of the gods of IPA. Yeah, it's definitely not a does not feel light at all, but I love how absolutely smooth the finish is on it. And like I said, not like cold like something you're gonna want like typical like that lawn mowing beer, nice and chilled and icy, and give you that brain headache if you slam it too fast. Not quite that, but you don't want to let it warm up too much. You get this, you start to get this a little bit too warm, and I really notice that the alcohol does step up on it. It's kind of like a little range that it works nice in. But after the one I had the other night, I will say that the alcohol is more pronounced the warmer it gets. Unlike some of them where if you warm it up a little bit, it kind of goes away. I noticed that that alcohol, its presence will pick up as this one warms up. But I like the flavors more. It's just, I don't know. I suppose pull it out of the fridge and let it sit for, I let it sit for about 10 minutes. And this one's still set pretty cold. I mean, I wanted to do the whole almost the wine, the refrigerator with the equivalent to a wine cooler, kind of warm this one up a little bit, but I just can't seem to do it. I just like my beers more on the cold side. Sorry, Paul. P. Bruno's I don't think he puts any of them in the refrigerator. Then again, I don't know what the average temperature of your cellar is. Right now, it's definitely not swimsuit weather down here or down there. Oh, here she comes. It's gonna be something earth-shattering. She's trying to sneak up, but it just never works, does it?
I didn't sneak. Not this time. I hate computers.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because that one is officially dead, so.
Yeah, well, it keeps hooking the printer up to the dead computer rather than my laptop. So when you're done, IT guy, thank you.
Well, I tell you, the best IT we could do for that is called In the Red Exploding Targets.
Yeah, the laptop and the printer.
Your laptop's a good one.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. You won't like it when you get my bill.
I never do.
Where were we? Oh. Yeah, definitely thinking you could probably run your car on this. It's on the E scale, I'm gonna give this a 10, and if I could, critique it or adjust it at all, if it was me, maybe just again a little bit more of that biscuit, that bread like presence. There's a little bit, but not as much as some. But just that nice stereotypical citrusy, hoppy. I believe this one sits at 100 IBU. I don't remember if the can gave away to some of the stuff that they and unlike most of the time, just because I was trying to find some information out on this, like if it's a seasonal or whatever, I did look at the, I think it was Beer Advocate on it, and as of right now there hasn't been any reviews in the pro category, and I want to say that overall it had just gotten a good, but like I said, you're gonna get my viewpoint, not someone else's. I really like the fact that it's just a big, bold, heavy hitter. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's for everybody. Like I said, it's that kind of pineapple sweetness and the citrus, the pine side of the citrus punch. Not thanks to that pineapple in there, you're not really getting the grapefruit side of it. That kind of gets it all knocked away. The grapefruit always seems to me to be a little bit more dry, a little bit more bitter, where the ones that lean towards the pine side, which maybe it's kind of influenced by the sweetness, kind of like a pineapple sweetness that you're getting in there. The floral part of it, it works with this one. Take or leave that, and I do like how smooth it is. But yeah, if you're just looking for a good beer to get messed up on, 10% from them is very good, and so I stick with my 10. I stand by that, and I don't think I have any more of them left. Tomorrow, one of the first of the 4 that came from the beer club. This one is Hebrew, the chosen beer. Commemorative Black IPA. 7% by volume. 7 malts, 7 hops. Death of a contract brewery. Hebrew. Little guy right there. Isn't that special? Okay. Well, there's an entire essay on the back. I guess I'll read this, and I'll get back to you on that. But look at that tomorrow. Hebrew. Looked interesting. We'll see what the content's like. So we'll do that tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to declare. Unfortunately, there's still 1,113 days of the worst administration in history, all-time history. If you agree with me, you're a freedom-loving, true American. If you disagree with me, you're a fucking loser on crack, standing with your hand out waiting for government to give you something. And this is where everybody's vote went last time, into the shitter, which is where this has been sitting. How appropriate. So, sorry I blew up, but facts are facts. History is going to show that the Obama administration is the destroyer of small businesses. Obviously, the man who destroyed the healthcare system. Now we're up to, what did I hear today? Something like 35 million people are now without healthcare because of the shit stain. Right there, the shit stain. So I'm not afraid to admit it. He's not my president. I think he's a piece of shit. He gets absolutely no respect from me and never will. And if it was up to me, what he should be is drugged from the building and thrown into prison. Because I don't understand how somebody who has committed as many atrocities as this piece of shit manages to hold office. Oh yeah, that's right, because the puppet masters want him there. They want to pretty much have everything happen the way it is. And a bunch of us have talked about it. You know, so many people just want to grab their firearm and start the revolution. Well, you know, that's exactly what Shitstain wants, because he wants any and every opportunity to put himself in as king. So it's some thin ice to walk on, because there's nothing more than I would like to see us take our freedoms and our power back and show all those worthless pieces of shit. And I don't care if you're a D or you are an R, if you don't stand for the Constitution and our founding fathers, I wish death upon you. Politically, to start with. And then the people like Hillary Clinton should be held responsible for the death of American citizens. We've already been over that. That was last year. Yeah. Well, you know what? The people that lost their loved ones will never forget. And neither should we. Because that's what it seems like Americans are best at. Forgetting. Well, we'll just put this off long enough, and, you know, we just need some more of Miley Cyrus shaking her ass on national TV, and everybody will completely forget about that fact that we're fucking you over there. Hey, everybody, look, over there. That's the latest scandal. Oh, that Duck Dynasty thing. Let me sign some executive orders taking away more of your freedoms. I bet you I can get a couple of thousand executive orders all in before the time that I'm pulled out of here. Because now that there's no chance of a second legitimate term, at least until I'm king, I can just do whatever the hell I want. Who cares about the law? Well, I know a bunch of stuff starting to go through as far as court stuff to hopefully put the skids on at least part of the shit stain known as Obamacare. Oh, the Affordable Health Care Act. How's that working out for you? How's that hope and change working out for you? It's almost a shame that it's all you guys that see this, and not some of the liberal retards out there. I know some people don't like the words, but liberal is a brain disease. The way liberals think makes absolutely no sense. I get together with some people and you just go, how do these people actually think any of this shit? Okay, sorry, blip right there. Yeah, it's Thursday, you know. Told you, for some weird reason, Thursday seems to be the least favorite day of the week for my liver. Oh, you know what? I've been just kind of sitting on one of these hop rod ales. Oh, sorry, rye specialty ales. I might just have to. If you've made it this far. You know, I tried. I flat out asked if I should shorten some of these videos up and something like everybody except for Alex and Ray seemed like they're actually going to get pissed if I started turning 3 and 4 or 5 minute brew reviews. So if you want to sit here and watch this shit, I'm more than happy to stand here and drink beer and vent about politics and try to throw some humor in it, because frankly, what the hell would... Hang on. Oh, that rye. Maybe I blew it. Maybe I shouldn't have drank this. I should have. Could have been another one for the year-end extravaganza. I know I need to do this sooner than later. See, there's a possibility if I can't find someone I actually want to say, split 10 brews with, and we just recap and just act like idiots more as the brews go along. I guess the other possibility is I line them up in the order at that moment in time, whatever I end up with, what I think is my favorite of the 10, and working my way down. I could just, pop the top and drink one entirely, because I'm not going to waste any, and we'll just see how far I can get before I completely think this has become ridiculous. Or pay someone with better judgment than I will have at that moment in time, or most of the time, to pull the plug. I'm just saying, sometimes between when you start mixing alcohol and politics, I'd honestly, if I'm going to be here by myself, I don't think that this is something that I would want to do as a live thing. Hang on, it's someone important. It's Dan. Dan, you know who you are. Yeah, you're probably right. Trying to resolve the computer issue. Dan is the man. I've honestly got two go-to computer guys. Ray is one of them, but Dan thinks this thing is worth keeping a heartbeat. This is going to seem completely ridiculous, but this was a $2,800 desktop 7 years ago, six and a half, probably 6.5 years ago. And even though it's an HP, and I think HP is complete shit and garbage, and right now I don't even know how I'd feel if someone, never mind, Chuck, fuck you. HP has just been shit. Our family has gone through 3 or 4 laptops, and they're all just garbage. And if you unfortunately do have to deal with their customer service, first of all, it's like, hello, thank you for calling HP. This is John. How can I help you? Give me someone who speaks English. They have lousy customer support. I had a computer that I purchased for my mother that had gone in 3 times, and on the 4th time, the guy honestly said, I don't know what it is that you want us to do for you. I'm like, bitch, it hasn't been a year, and you have had the thing 4 times. No, they refuse to, satisfy the customer. So now my primary computers in this house are now ASUS. ASUS. My computer is a very nice, last year it was their high-end gaming computer, and that's what I use for editing. My tablet is a T700, and Sam got me that for Christmas last year, and the thing has been outstanding. And for Samantha's Christmas / going to college, we got her, it's like one down from the top, and it's a touch screen laptop, and the thing, she loves it, and she's picky. So Dan wants to try to salvage this guy, and for what I use it for, it's probably worth trying to get a heartbeat in it, but the message on screen basically said, I'm dying, and if I actually start one more time, you should be surprised. But we appear to be in full death mode now. So, okay, guys. Let's meet back here tomorrow and check out the Hebrew dark IPA. I've had some not bad dark IPAs. I don't know, maybe I'll have about 6 more of these and do a support video for the Lighthouse lady. She's celebrating 2 years on YouTube. I'm pretty sure she doesn't ever check any of this shit out, but she seems like my grandma, you know, that kind of it's like a female version of Chuck. No, she's not that annoying. Let's see if that piece of shit made it this far. Okay, guys. Cheers. Have a good one. I'm going to try to... Paul's got like 7 brew reviews up today. So I got to try to get through a few of those and catch up on comments. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay thirsty.